Oh yes, a smile is one language or expression that is recognized globally. Whether you are Caucasian, Asian, or even if you're of African descent, we are all one people. Good morning and welcome.
Now, obviously, we're not here alone. We have the duo of Mary and Mike in the kitchen. How you doing?
Hello, guys.
Hi, good morning.
Yeah.
Don't to be like James Bond, yeah.
Good morning. It's Monday. Okay, 19th. So, wait, 2021 is really going fast.
Very fast.
It is going fast, but hey, come on, guys. How you doing? How's your weekend?
Good morning.
Yeah, our weekend was great, grand actually, very lonely, but
No matter what your weekend was like, endeavor to smile at someone today. You'll be surprised of how much of a difference that will make in that person's world.
Yes, indeed, and this is the exact reason why we're in front of your TV screens Monday up until Friday to put that 1,000-meter range smile on your faces and help you out throughout the entire week.
Welcome to the numero uno breakfast TV show on Nigerian television. It's definitely a multi-fantastic motivation Monday. What a tongue twister. And we hope that by the end of the show, you would have been inspired to do great things.
Yes, indeed. Everything is better on this side of the divide. The sun is brighter because Mary is in the studio. The sky is blue because Titi is here. We're happier, not necessarily because we have Mike. And we hope that we rub off on you the right way as we go along this merry-go-round of life.
Yes, indeed. Now, my name is Titilayo Oyinson.
And of course, my name is Mazino Appeal. You can use the hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC across all social media platforms to be a part of the best television show on Nigerian TV.
And just in case you need to move around, remember you can also watch us live from absolutely anywhere. Even if you're on the move, just get the mobile app downloaded from the Google Play Store or indeed iOS.
And we also implore you guys to follow us across all social media handles, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, everything. We are at TVC Connect. For now, let's let you guys know exactly what it is we have planned for you on this Monday.
Oladipupo Clement is a global investor and trusted wealth creation and retention coach with a career spanning over 2 decades. Now, he co-founded several companies within the construction, software development, education space. There's quite a lot about this gentleman that can really motivate you. We're going to be talking about how to achieve your financial targets a bit later on. And of course, we have the latest updates from the world of technology on our Tech Update segment. And finally, on our SME segment, we'll be joined by the CEO of My Warehouse NG, Tinola Oladeji. And we'll be taking a dive into her world to find out how she built her brand from the ground up.
Yay!
Right.
And
Hi,
welcome.
guys.
The weekend is over. It's a Monday. How you guys doing?
Very well.
4 more days to the next weekend.
Which is very funny. I actually look forward to the weekdays. I actually do. Maybe because I miss you guys.
It depends on what do you do during weekends?
My weekends are not as exciting anymore because I'm taking a break from biking and everything. Okay. So I actually...
Why did you take a break?
I've got bad wrists, actually.
What happened to your wrist?
Too much riding.
Wow.
Next question.
Wow.
I didn't know allow you the way she was asking the question.
Always so academic.
I'm not understanding.
So weekends for me are sleepy, you know.
Okay.
It's just like trying to reboot for the next week. You know, I get as much rest as possible on the weekend.
Weekends for me, radio. Saturday morning, Sunday evening. 102.3 Max FM. I actually find it interesting that so many people watch me on Wake Up Nigeria and now beginning to listen to me on radio.
Oh, that's
Thank
the
you
power
so much
of
for
us.
that. Yeah.
But then you find a way to have at least 1 or 2 days during the week for rest.
Of course.
What were the notable things for your weekend? What did you spend your weekend doing or watching or seeing or experiencing?
It's funny you would mention history earlier because I actually spent my weekend reading a lot. So I found myself delving deeper and deeper and deeper into the royal family, and I have no idea why.
Oh, it was a princess funeral over the weekend.
Yeah, it was. Yes, it was. And seeing the Queen cry, it made me decide to really explore their love story and so many things, and it was really exciting. And I really don't want us to talk too much about death, as you mentioned earlier, today being Monday, but of course we must mention Black Rob.
Black Rob passed away over the weekend.
It was really sad. He had actually been ill for about 5 years.
Ah, dear.
Until he eventually passed away last week.
Remember that track? Whoa.
Yes, now. Whoa. And then the video.
But you know
we did always show himself.
Yeah, the funny thing about the whole thing was that I heard there was a GoFundMe for him, and what they needed was not up to $100,000.
It wasn't. It wasn't.
And Didi was there.
Yeah, and Didi came through, but just before he died.
I don't get. So
exactly.
there's a lot
So
about all of
that's
this.
made it very controversial.
I didn't read. into it. I didn't, but at least I know this sketchy details.
Yeah,
And it's kind of
especially
funny.
considering the fact that it was signed to Didi's label before. So you would think
this
that
your
such a
guy,
thing,
yeah?
it won't cost you
Tell you
anything.
what, I've got something to say about the Nigerian Idol and Shay Shay, but we'll save that for later. Well, all right, now, welcome. And now it's time for the news. My name is Mazino Appeal. We begin in Ondo State, where an 18-seater bus plunged into a river in Akwamu Village, a Korea South local government area of the state. A man simply identified as Adewale, who just got married on Saturday, was among the 5 persons confirmed dead. He was returning to Akure with his wife after their wedding at the Ikoyi registry when the incident occurred. The new wife was said to have been seriously injured in the accident. Our correspondents gathered that the driver, while on top speed amidst heavy downpour, lost control and plunged into the Owena River. Injured victims were rescued and rushed to the hospital by motorists and men of the FRSC, while five passengers lost their lives at the scene. Black Sunday indeed, and in Benue State as well, as it was, this Sunday had its fair share of bad news. In Benue State, where many have died in a tanker explosion this time. It is a case of sorrow and tears in Oshibudu community in Agatu local government area of the state following the tanker explosion, which got several persons burned beyond recognition. TVC news correspondent in Benue State gathered that a full-loaded tanker carrying fuel fell at the Oshibudu-Ogbagaji junction and spilled its contents, which went up in flames, putting Oshibudu community in a terrible situation. Vice Chairman of the local government area, John Ikolonu, who confirmed the sad incident, said those who have contacted or contract of the fire service should please reach out to them to save their unfortunate situation. It was also observed that many houses and vehicles were consumed by the raging inferno as citizens watched helplessly. And still in Benue State, reports say gunmen suspected to be herders have killed a family of 7. The attack was at Mbundu community in the outskirts of Makurdi, the Benue State capital, in the early hours of Saturday. The attackers allegedly inflicted various degrees of injuries on 5 persons, with 3 in critical condition being treated at the medical facility in Makurdi. A survivor who narrated how the attackers invaded the community said it was unprovoked. The State Commissioner for Lands and Survey and Solid Minerals, Bernard Unenge, told journalists that 7 bodies recovered had been deposited at the Federal Medical Center, Makurdi, and the injured are receiving medical attention. He also said that in the Modern Market Council Ward of Makurdi local government area of Benue State is where they are receiving that attention. In Niger State now, the police command recorded a major breakthrough in its fight against armed bandits in the state on Saturday, with the killing of 6 bandits during a gun battle in Gakogu, Shiroro local government area of the state. After killing a villager, a number of the bandits escaped with serious bullet wounds, leaving behind their motorcycles. The bandits were said to have defied the Ramadan fast to launch an attack on some villages around Gakogu, but met their Waterloo in the hands of the mobile policemen who had laid ambush for them on receiving information about their operation. The mobile policemen were those stationed at Gakogu town due to ceaseless attacks on the people by the bandits in recent times. And that's all we have for the news.
Time for us to check out the newspaper headlines on Wake Up Nigeria. We will begin this morning with the Nation newspaper. On the front page here, we see Governor, $2.1 billion refund will kill state's economy. All hands should be on deck to revive economy. Emefiele vindictives, say PDP governors. And there's a quote here, states will collapse. The larger picture is that states won't be able to pay salaries, workers will go on strike, and everything will be paralyzed. 6 die in Ekiti courts clash. Ondo to auction seized cows. Up here, we see a baby 4 others die in Ondo accident. Tinubu cautions on gift distribution. Defense minister to troops, don't be afraid of bullets. Up here, we see 12 die, 50 houses razed in Benue tanker fire. Disquiet in Lautech over VC's sack. And finally, stock exchanges share hits market with 50 billion naira. Now, all of these stories and more you can read up on in the Nation newspaper this morning. And from this, we head straight to the Vanguard newspaper. Now, the Vanguard newspaper has this as its major headline: alleged printing of 60 billion naira. APC PDP governors at war over Obaseki's claims. Obaseki is wrong. APC governors insist, say his accusation unfortunate, urge CBN's Emefiele not to be distracted. Leave Obaseki alone. PDP governors warn federal government, APC governors. His claims can't be spurious. And that's coming from Wike. Now, banks lending to private sector up 14% to 30.7 trillion naira. Lending to government rises 25% to 13 trillion naira. Credit surpasses pre-COVID year by 3.1 percentage points. Rising inflation threatens future growth, and that's coming from analysts. Here as well, we see insecurity. WIC rejects Ebubeagu asks Saudi's governors to fortify ESN. Saudi's governors, Ohaneze, others compiling names of IPOB members, ESN operatives to hand over to military, and that's coming from IPOB. Ohaneze warns against the military deployment to Saudi's zone. Igbo group worries over situation in Saudis, increasing insecurity in Saudis unsettling. That's coming from Anglican bishops. Now, there are a whole lot more on the front page of the Vanguard newspaper. However, we have to move quickly to the Guardian newspaper this morning. Now, the Guardian newspaper has this: hurdles for air travelers as nations okay vaccine passports. Subtle discrimination awaits global travel. Tourism in a two-tier world. Experts divided over policy, rally for improved vaccination locally. FAAN, Air Peace vaccinates staffers, frontline workers. Down here, we see glitz glamour as Imofe returns home for premiere. Two traffickers excrete 191 pellets of cocaine, heroin at Lagos airports. And we also see here NCAA keeps mum on Adeboye's bribery allegation. Now, all of these stories and more you can read in the Guardian newspaper. And that's about all we can take this morning for the newspaper headlines. Right now, however, we have to get gingered. Time for fitness.
Hi everyone, my name is Kamanu Prosper Ogonna, and today I'm going to be showing you how to do the incline bench press for your chest. So firstly, you go down on your bench. So your two hands placed on the bar. So your chest is up. Make sure your chest is out very well. So you're going to push the bar up, straight up. Then you're going to bring the bar down to the upper side of your chest, down, and you press up. Exactly. So let's go for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, one more, and 10. So here are the common mistakes I see people do when they're trying to do the incline bench press. So the first thing is they don't try to balance their hands properly before pushing the bar. So most times they don't try to balance their hands properly. So if your hands is here and your hands are on this side, so when you push the bar up, so you don't want the weight on the bar trying to push your hands to one side. So you're trying to keep your hand balanced in the middle. So you have to be very careful when you're trying to place your hands on the bar. Another thing is people don't try to bring their hands fully when they're doing the incline bench press. So what I'm saying is when you put your hands, when you push up, try to have a full range and a full extension. So down to your chest and bring it here. So you want to come down and stretch your hands fully. You don't want to leave it here. You don't want to do this. So when you bring it down, you press up and you bring it down to your chest. So that's how you do the incline bench press.
Beautiful. amazing stuff
Do
there.
you guys actually take the tips that we do here on our fitness segment? Do you? Do you guys?
start
Do you
fitness?
guys?
So,
Do you guys?
you know, fitness used to be just before food, but somebody has generously put space between it so that by the time we are eating, we can eat like hoodlums and forget it.
Yeah.
So over the weekend, we shared a particular tweet by some switcher at Don_Victor who said 35K monthly in today's Nigeria isn't even enough for a student, not to talk about a married man. My opinion, though, he said.
Yeah.
And it got us chatting, got us talking about the fact that 35K is actually not enough for a weekend, if you ask me, if you're hanging out with your guys or your friends.
35K, where you're hanging out.
It's not enough. I don't know who you hang out with. we go big.
It depends on where you hang out
these
now.
are.
No, it depends on where you hang out. Yes, you know, say, like really. It depends on where you hang out.
I agree with you.
You get the place you hang out, 1K will be more than enough.
Yeah, especially if you're getting drinks at pump price.
Okay, it depends where you hang out. So there's some people where that 35K you're talking about is not up to the water they will drink somewhere.
Yeah.
So, but I think it's all about finding your level.
Imagine earning 35K. That's about 1,000
Naira a
every
day.
single day.
Yeah.
And then you have to go to work with it. You have to also eat with it. And I'm thinking, what would I do in that situation? Somebody said in the Twitter thread, somebody said, no problem for a man, just marry a rich wife.
So the sad reality,
the same persons will say, why will a girl want to marry? But
the sad reality is that many people, in fact, a majority of people in Nigeria are living below that amount. And they've been surviving. Some people might go divine or spiritual on it because they don't know how they get to the end of the month and they survive. They don't know.
I mean, you're talking about somebody earning 35K when you have over 60% of the population unemployed.
Yeah.
So that person is even in a very, very select.
it's already on a particular level.
You understand? So, I mean, wouldn't you rather stand up and go to work and receive little than not do anything at all?
Well, you know,
There
there's
was something I found out recently.
Yeah.
There was something I found out. So you see a lot of graduates getting a job of 20,000 and they get told that at least start with something, in quotes.
Yeah.
And then you find out that guards, not even educated guards and uniformed guards, are earning 35,000, 30,000 every month.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, a graduate whose
earning
parents
much less.
have spent a fortune on is earning, start with 20,000. And that 20,000 sometimes will go on for
You're
like
stuck in
5
that
years
rut
and
for
you're
a
stuck
long
in it
time.
for a very long time. And so when someone says, oh, if you have 35,000, you can get married, you know, you're strong enough as long as your wife is
it's a sad
earning.
situation we can't even give an
don't know how
answer
you
to, I'll
manage
tell
it.
you
Exactly.
for a fact, quite frankly. But
I'll
if
say
I
so.
was the one, if it was me, I'd rather not spend that time working under somebody. I'd rather do something on my own because I believe that I can make much more than just that if I'm
Unfortunately,
by
not all
myself.
of us are entrepreneurs.
If you fall back on a skill, and here's where I'm going, that parents actually never give too much regard to that part of bringing up a child. We're always like, go to school, go to school, go to school.
On the contrary, though, as I've spoken with downfall drivers before who earn at least maybe 10,000 naira a week.
Oh, wait.
You can talk
More
about
than-
hawkers.
Wait, hang on. Look at this. Look at this. How
earning
easy
about-
was it for that lady on Nigerian Idol over the weekend to just say she's leaving her job to go and try singing?
Yeah,
That's the
well,
same situation.
What if she was?
Because
what if
perhaps
she was whining us?
I don't know. I don't know if she was whining.
could have been whining us,
But
like,
if she was
to draw
earning,
sympathy.
if she was earning 35,000 naira, I can see why she can just up and leave and say, I'm
Yeah,
going to go
true.
try my luck at Nigerian Idol.
You don't go try your luck on something you haven't gotten your luck in.
But I can get another 35K job like that.
You might
They're a
not be able
dime
to
a
get
dozen.
it like that.
True.
Because even all these sales girls and everything, if you know what they earn 10,000 naira. Why? Because most of these shop owners are still trying to make ends meet. So they're like, this is what I can afford, 5,000, 10,000. So when you talk about salaries, graduates are earning ridiculously low amounts, and it's affecting the economy. The more dollar price, dollar falls, pound falls, the exchange rate, it affects the economy. It might not affect you directly, especially if you're a salary earner and you're earning well, but it affects a lot of people.
I was thinking about the hawkers in traffic. Those guys that run up and down Third Mainland during traffic. They're earning quite a lot of money.
That's what I said. I'd rather do that hustle on my own.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
So in a weird way, it is entrepreneurship.
Wait. You guys aren't seeing it from where I'm seeing it. 35,000 is what I'm earning. And somebody tells me I'm going to win. I don't know how much the price for Nigerian Idol is.
So you quit your job.
I will quit my job and try at it.
You see.
I will.
I mean,
I'm just thinking about it now.
No,
That's
but-
a lot of money
but that-
to try for.
If it was something that more people stood a chance, I mean, you're having thousands, maybe into the tens and maybe hundreds of thousands who are vying for just one spot.
Yeah.
So it's unwise.
Mike,
to
how
anybody.
many heads do
This
they
one
have?
thing.
Do I have the ability?
Okay, see what I'm
Can
saying?
I sing?
See what I'm saying?
You did
Okay,
not
see what
reach
I'm saying?
top 20.
My point is that, first of all, my point is at that level, first of all, why don't you maybe take a break? Ask for an
Ask for
unpaid
a
leave.
deal or two. Oh.
Yeah.
Ask for
Okay.
an unpaid leave. You don't have, even if you have to travel, take it, tell some, look, I have to
I
travel.
don't know the circumstances.
And they let them see you on there. If you win, they'll like to.
But
there are some chances.
If you lose, you come back and say,
There are some chances
At least
people
I'm on
really
TV.
shouldn't take. It's
Do you think that was
you
one of
have
them?
It's one
Yeah.
of them. Like,
Yeah,
if she had made it to the
disagree.
top 10 or to the house and she's like, you know what, keep your job. The fame will definitely help me get something better. It's all right, but not when you haven't even gotten anything. But the truth is, as Martino said, there is money in there too. Those jobs you look down, pepper seller, danfo driver, cab driver,
Yep.
all those jobs you look down on. Hey,
The money
there's
they
money in
They're
it. too.
building houses
They are
while you
building
guys
houses, they are still there.
hustling
They are-
for somebody else's job.
with Pepe.
No, it's a fact.
Benny, come up with.
no,
just
they
said,
are-
Come up with. They're deceiving you.
Those 10 naira, when
yeah.
they sell it to 20 million people, they've already made 200
So you know what
million.
happens? You know what happens? Today is Monday. They are trying to make you feel good. We not say Pepe. It depends on the house. Is it those sad house or what? What do you want to build?
But it's guys in those fields that do the most saving. They're the ones that do a susu, Abby. They're the ones that have
Let us
enough.
know what you think. Use the hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC. Would like to know what you think about this whole 35,000 naira minimum wage earners or earnings and everything. We'll be back. We could read them before the end of the show. Thank you very much. Do stay tuned. It's a wrap for the Coffee Gist, and we'll be back with more Wake Up Nigeria.
All right, welcome to the Wake Up Nigeria Kitchen. Good morning.
Good morning.
And we're here with the chef once again. Now, there's so much that happens every single morning, but one of the favorite things we have is breakfast. So what are we making today?
Yeah, we're actually making our cheeseburger.
Okay,
But what I want to teach basically is how to make the burger meat.
okay,
Yeah, and the secret behind it.
all right.
So that's what I really want to teach out. So we're going to give out some sample of what we're going to be making. So
Okay.
after making the burger meat, you just give us some sample of the burger.
All right, fantastic.
Yeah.
So I think at this point we should take a look at the ingredients. Hopefully we have it on the screen soon enough. The meat you're using, where exactly did you get the meat?
Yeah, I actually got it from the supermarket.
So it's not something that's too hard to get.
No, not really.
Okay.
That's the beef. Our usual
All right.
beef, just chopped. Yes, that's all.
All right. So we're going to be getting the beef out now. Where's the beef?
Okay, just
All right. And of course, the bread you're talking about now, it's a bread roll. Is it the sweetened type or is it
Yeah, it's with
just
type.
sweetened type? And you got this also at the supermarket.
Exactly.
A lot of people think of burgers as a very luxury.
So that's it.
Yeah, all right. That's the meat right there.
agree.
Okay. All right. So what are we going to be doing to the meat then?
Yeah, we're actually going to defrost it first with a little water because it's actually frozen.
Okay.
So after defrosting it, then we start marinating with our ingredients, our salt and our cubes.
Spices.
Yes, of spices and black pepper, everything. Just so
All right.
putting everything, onions and everything together to make sure the taste come out. The secret I'm going to show out, which actually regular Nigeria does not actually know about. So that's what I really want to show Nigeria. Which I'm going to put some mayonnaise and ketchup, which is the secret. Yes, the mayonnaise actually make it more very soft to eat.
Okay.
Yeah. So sometimes you just get some burger, and then when eating it's very hard for you to bite. Yeah. So the secret behind that is just to put a little bit of mayonnaise.
Okay.
Yeah, you get it very soft.
All right.
Perfect.
So I guess we need a pan.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So let's get the pan and let's start warming things up. So now, do we need to add any kind of oil or butter to the pan?
Yeah, definitely. We're going to put some vegetable oil. But if you have butter, it's also good.
Okay.
But I prefer the vegetable oil actually.
All right. So, okay, this is breadcrumbs.
Yeah, breadcrumbs.
All right.
Yeah, we're also using our breadcrumbs for the
Breadcrumbs.
meat. Yes.
And we're
This
using
our garlic, our chopped garlic.
garlic. Okay. Fantastic.
So
All right. What else do we have?
our ketchup.
All right. Fantastic. Ketchup, garlic, breadcrumbs. If you haven't added that to your list at home, you should add that to your list as soon as you can. And of course, we'll be adding some salt to the beef to make it really tender.
And some celery.
What's this? Celery. All right. Fantastic.
Yeah, we have our salt for taste, our basil.
Basil.
Yeah.
Oh, well, not the only burger we make. It's all these spices that we're
So
talking
these are our
about.
cubes.
All right. Seasoning
Get the
cubes.
perfect taste of it. And then,
Fantastic.
you know, when finalizing our program,
Yep.
we needed some egg inside.
All right, fantastic.
So I'll be doing a kind of poached egg.
Beautiful. So we have the beef, we have the eggs, we have the seasoning cubes, we have garlic, we have celery,
Yeah, celery.
ketchup, breadcrumbs,
Breadcrumbs.
and of course some salt. At this point, while we're getting set to make this burger happen, we're going to be handing it over to Mary.
Thank you very much, Titi. Now it's time for motivation. And we have Oladipupo Clement, a global investor and trusted wealth advisor, that's wealth creation and retention coach more like, with a career spanning over 2 decades. Now, he has co-founded several companies within the construction, software development, executive education and agriculture space. He champions the crusade for the economic emancipation of the average African through platforms such as Wealth Creation Summit and the Mega Housing Summit. Oladipupo joins us to talk about how to achieve your financial targets. And that is the focus this morning. Such a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
With all you've achieved, I'm really looking forward to, you know, getting my financial targets set for this year.
Excellent.
Without any doubt. So we're going to be talking about how to achieve your financial targets.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I know you have 4 major links you want to talk about, but let's use me as an example.
Okay.
I don't drive a bus. I'm not a conductor. I don't know how to make big money in 1 month. So let's say, for example, now I earn a decent salary, and I'm hoping that at the end of the year, I have 15 million in my account. Please don't ask me how I want to do it. I don't know how to do it. How can I achieve this using the 4 steps you're going to give to us?
All right, very, very quickly. The first step in the journey to wealth creation is having the right belief system, having the right mindset. The next important step is to make money. You can't manage or multiply money you have not yet made.
Yeah.
And one source of income no longer works. All right, so and clarity backs focus. Focus enhances productivity. So the first step to take is how much exactly do you want to make?
I have said it, 15 million.
15 million. So, now, one of the things I've seen when people set targets and why it's really often difficult for people to achieve it is there are no consequences when they achieve or not achieve them.
Okay.
So nothing goes wrong and nothing goes right. I call that seductive goal. So you must be able to tie that financial goal to something that drives what you are running right now. So for example, it's not good enough to say you want to earn 15 million. Let's assess, let's drive that by how much do you even require to maintain your current living standard right now. So if you need to pay rent, if you need to pay children's school fees, if you need to maintain your transport and all of that. When you measure that, you realize that if you don't meet your targets, right, if you measure that, you probably require 1 million.
I've already removed 9 million from that 15 million.
So you realize that, okay, so by the time you measure that, I mean, we don't have so much time to analyze setting that first target. How much money do you really want to make? So it's very, very important. And
I've increased it. It's 50 now. But go ahead.
So whatever it is you want to call it, I've seen people say, I want to make 50 million and I want to make 30 million, but nothing is tied to it. So how much do you need to maintain your current standard of living? And then what is it that will give you some measure of pleasure? You need to understand that as human beings, we are driven by 2 kind of forces. We are either running away from something or running towards something.
Okay.
So if something is giving you pain, you run away from it. If it's giving you pleasure, you run towards it. So you must know, I mean, if you know that not achieving this target will impact on your, may land you quit notice, for example, that will create the impetus to pursue your target. So a lot of people they're not self-motivated, not driven, because nothing is at stake. All right, so that's very important. So by the time you measure that, you can set that target.
Okay.
Number 2 is, how much sale do you need to achieve that income? What that suggests is that everybody must have something they are selling, whether they are the producer or somebody else. It may be a skill, it may be a product, it may be a platform, it may be a program, it may be it may be a place. And there are many things that you can sell today and leveraging the internet. Number 3 is how many of that product or service do you need to sell, to get that sale that will give you the income. We don't have much time. Then the 4th one, which is probably, in fact, in my opinion, the most important, and that is who need what you are selling.
That's the one I would really like us to talk about the most, because you mentioned earlier, off camera, that when we talk about who needs your services, just as you said, very broad. You have to think about the people who can connect you to your service, how you can get the money from those that are holding it in quotes, how to actually make something of it. Okay,
so everybody in the market is self-centered.
Sure.
And money flows in the direction of trust and value. And so when you can communicate the value your product, people don't buy product, they buy the value it offers. People don't buy from you. People essentially buy from those they know, like, and trust. So these are very, very important. We can't dig deep into all of these, but what is critical is you must know who is holding your money and who needs what you are selling, or who know those people who need what you are selling. There's what we call brand association. So the typical one that we can all relate with, most of us who live in Lagos or live in Nigeria, is the guy who sells machi beans, the lady who sells machi beans, what we call a wagwan. And then you have the other guy who sells bread. So there seems to be some degree of collaboration. So who is already servicing the people who are using, who is servicing the people who need your product? So forming an alliance, collaborating with such people can get you closer. And so whether you're a businessman, an entrepreneur, a sales professional, this step, this process is very, very critical. And now it's important to also mention there's a difference between a customer and a consumer. A lot of times we confuse the two. The consumer is the person who uses your product at the end of the day. But the customer is the one who pays for it. So I'm sure you probably have a child in a crèche. The child is not the one paying the school fee, but the child is the consumer, right? The parent is the customer. So you have to appeal to both. And most times, if you can appeal well to the children, the consumer, the customer will have no choice but to commit their funds.
Because the children will not make their lives easy.
Absolutely. A veterinary doctor, for example, also falls into that same category. He will not target dogs. It will target the owners of dogs. So you need to know the difference between your customer and your consumer. We have so much to cover. There's a lot around this. You can follow me at Oladipo Clem on my Instagram page. And I have a financial freedom masterclass that comes up periodically. I do it just once or twice a year. And it's usually a 9-hour session. And this is one of the modules I deal on. And so for people who may be interested, they can just go on my bio on Instagram and register. Financial Freedom Masterclass. I
have a good understanding of what you said about the 4th one being the most important, because that is something we actually overlook a lot. If you're, for example, most times we pass hospitals and we see pharmacies in front of them, but we don't think of the fact that the pharmacy is best situated there, because when a patient needs medicine, the patient can just walk straight into the pharmacy. And so they're just so interwoven. Thank you so much. Sometimes we know certain things, but we don't realize that they are important, even though they are in our faces. So it's so good to have you on the show, giving us these tips. Thank you so much, Oladipo Clement.
Thank you for having me.
All right, we will take a break now. Wake Up Nigeria continues in a bit.
It's Monday morning. Let's take a dive into the amazing world of technology. We talk about 3D printed stuff and all of that. What exactly does it mean to have something 3D printed? In the layest terms I can put it, it means that something that was built fully automated. That means that without the aid of human beings in the primary building. That can be quite a mouthful, but hey, come on. Today we're featuring a 3D mobile printed home. That means that it was fully automated. You didn't have to do, okay, behind the scene, of course, you had to put the machine that printed that particular home. But this is quite an interesting one, I know, for those who use RVs, you know, mobile homes and all of that. But this one works entirely off the grid, solar powered and all of that. It is quite thrilling technology. Let's take a look at what a 3D printed home looks like, a mobile one. Wow, now that's quite an interesting prospect there. 3D mobile printed home. Abuja boys, I'm sure you probably like this one. Okay, now we are in the era where we have to use face masks, of course, trying to prevent a lot of disease and ensure that we don't actually catch some of these viruses and diseases. And there's been quite a lot of innovation and evolution when it comes to face masks. But hey, come on, let's check out one of them. This is quite the latest. Let's see if you rock this particular face mask, pardon me. And this one's quite big. Let's check it out. You can carry your own atmosphere with such a face mask, you know. You can carry your oxygen and all of that, everything. What do you think? Do you think this face mask, this particular one, can really work? Well, it would seem as though we're in space if we all start carrying face masks like that. All right, moving on from that now. Sometimes people say the new or the future is actually an iteration of what is past. I saw this cell phone, the rotary cell phone, and it's quite interesting because, of course, it reminds me of the past. Let's take a look at this. Is to reduce distraction. I think I like it because of that. So what happens is that you have a phone that you don't have the internet on it, but you can access messages, you can make calls and all of that. And you also have an emergency number, a speed dial. And she said she put that one for her husband. That's quite an interesting one there. All right. Finally now, you can actually go on a boat and get to work out at the same time. A rowing bike. Let's check this one out. Ah, belly fat, belly fat, belly fat. Now that's one that would definitely get to help you burn the belly fat. It helps strengthen your core and your hands. So it's kind of a full total body workout. I think this is one that a lot of ladies out here would really love. Eh? Okay, talking about belly fat. I don't know, buggers, belly fat. burgers and belly fat. I don't know, Titi, is there any sort of correlation between burgers and belly fat?
Well, with a rowing bicycle like that, I have a feeling you'll be burning off anything.
Do you have the bicycle? Do you have it? Do you have
yes,
it?
I actually do.
Okay, good.
It's a bit rusty, but I still do. Chef Isaac in the building right here in the Wake Up Nigeria kitchen. And we're making the Chef Isaac special cheeseburger. Yes, indeed. Yeah. He's already defrosted the mince meat. If you're just tuning in, let's go over the ingredients one more time. All right, let's start from, of course, the mince meat.
Yes.
Yeah?
These are mince meat, the onions, and our tarodo, actually.
Okay.
Scotch bonnet pepper.
Okay.
And these are celery.
Okay.
We have our garlic here, our cubes, seasoning for taste. And these are ketchup,
all right,
which I call the secret of it, actually.
Oh.
And these are mayonnaise. That will make it more soft. Yes, and these are our breadcrumbs. It's going to make it a bit, strong, so we can, grill it on the fry pan. Yeah, so that, like I said, we're going to do a kind of sample of it. So I have my burger bread here and my cheese. So I'm basically going to be doing a cheeseburger.
Beautiful.
So an egg.
I believe we have to start on this meat right now. What are we adding to the meat?
Yeah, great. I'm just going to add onions to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Onions?
Depending on how you like the onions. So I just put a little inside. And then this is our garlic.
Okay.
Yes. Put a little garlic. Shouldn't be too much. Great. Then put a little bit of Scotch bonnet pepper.
Okay.
Great. And our black pepper.
Black pepper.
To make it spicy.
Okay.
Yeah, very nice. Then our salt for taste. I'll say salt, yeah.
Okay.
Just a little more. And these are basil. Give you a very nice flavor.
Beautiful.
Yeah. And then, like I said,
the
ketchup, yes.
So you're going to add ketchup to the meat directly?
Yes, of course. I'm just going to marinate in my hand, and let it together while I pour the ketchup inside.
Now, this I've never seen.
When you put this ketchup inside, it actually makes it, when you're grilling it, it's brown. Yeah, it's very brown and have a nice texture. And then our mayonnaise.
You're going to add mayonnaise to it as well?
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
Like I said, our mayonnaise.
I think I'll be needing that bicycle.
Our mayonnaise is one of the secrets to make it soft while eating it.
Okay.
So you don't have a very, strong bite of your meat.
But it's not much mayonnaise,
No, I'm not putting much. You're putting a little. But if you're doing chicken burger, I would advise you put much.
Okay. Yeah. So this way you're saying it's not going to be hard. It's going to be nice and moist.
Exactly.
Okay, beautiful. All right.
So in order for us to able to grill it without having a bad result, we're going to be using our breadcrumbs, which is going to make it strong while grilling it.
So these breadcrumbs, did you make these breadcrumbs yourself, or you bought them off the shop?
Yeah, actually bought it. Actually buy it, though it's something it's not hard to make.
So if I was to make it at home, what would I do?
Yeah, it's very easy if you have your grater, and then you have some bread there. If you have a salamander, you have to dry it. You just put it on the salamander. And when the bread is dried, just pour it inside your grater. You know what? You grind everything to this.
Beautiful. And at this point, we are going to start the grilling process. But right now, we have to take a quick break. We'll definitely be seeing much more of this whole burger construction very, very soon. Stay with us.
Hey, howdy, hey, good morning to you all. And very often a change of self is needed more than a change of sense. It helps put your perspective in check. So be open to embracing change. Welcome to the second lap of the #1 family breakfast show, Wake Up Nigeria.
Now, you can waste your time or lives drawing lines, or you can live your life crossing them. Everything is a risk, but fear isn't the absence of fear, it's the conquest. That's the main issue. And of course, just take that step today.
Yeah, you guys know she's always trying to do one over me, but it's okay. If I do a motivation, she wants to do a speech. It's all right. Every edition is carefully curated and put together just for you with a variety of segments directed at meeting your needs. Now, this Monday is designed to help you put a spring in your step.
Mondays are always loaded, especially when you're springing like that.
No, you have to like...
Really? What was that? Was that like the James Bond movie?
It's my new thing. It's my new thing.
But if opportunities don't knock, you can actually build the door and control that narrative. My name is Titilayo Oniso.
She did it again. My name is Mazino Appeal. Remember, you can use the hashtag #WakeUpNigeria on TVC across all social media platforms to be a part of the best breakfast show on Nigerian television.
Yeah. And remember, you can always watch us live from absolutely anywhere. You can talk about that step when you see it on our mobile app. You can download that from the Google Play Store or iOS.
Yes, indeed. We also implore you to follow us across all social media handles, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, everywhere. We are at TVC Connect. Now, for what we have lined up for the rest of the show. On our SME segment, we will be joined by the CEO of My Warehouse NG, Tinola Oladeji, and we will be taking a dive into her world to find out how she built her brand from the ground up.
Now, with all the quotes you guys have, I have one.
Oh, no.
Trust is like an egg. Once it is broken, you can never, ever get it back.
I don't believe. I don't believe so.
Is it lie?
Wow.
Nope.
Trust
Biggest lie
is
ever.
like an egg.
You know,
Once it is broken,
never.
I don't think everybody is like
trust. Trust can be regained.
You can regain.
Yes.
see, you will have to buy another egg. But it can never be that same egg.
You can
Then buy another. What did we discuss last week? Throw money at it.
Throw money
Wow.
at it. See, some
There
eggs
we go.
it's so funny how something happens to you and you feel like that is life. That is all, like, because it happened to you. I'm just saying generally. You know, there are no absolutes.
There are no absolutes.
No
Mary.
absolutes. You know, just like I submitted to superior.
Logic and reasoning.
This was not how logical. Yes, there are paper sellers. One of our producers mentioned it to me. That yes, there are paper sellers that are beautiful.
Yeah.
It's all about
So he didn't believe us.
But there's a
Well, it
challenge.
depends on the kind of way you are saying the paper.
True.
What
Some
we
people
say?
are selling pepper in sachet now and labeling it too.
There's someone I know who sells roasted yam. That's what she used to take care of her husband because he's in between jobs and her family, and she's still able to pay tuition.
So like you said, it's all about.
Let me let you know that there are actually people, ladies or women, who sell in Isaleko who have children that they're funding outside the country education. My friend is one of them, was one of them actually. His entire education outside of the country, but his mother still sells.
So big stores and even small stores. If you know the fortune they make,
makes sense.
This is actually to inspire those who, especially
definitely.
online, have taken to cyber begging instead of finding out other means to
I
make
need
money.
help. I need help. How do you attend to people who reach out to you online to ask for money? What do you do? What do you say?
So the first thing that comes to my mind first of all these days, because of the way it is that it's a scam. Why so? Yesterday we're in a group and we're just chatting, and my friend, we're just in the group together, and he just chatted. Like 5 minutes later, we see a request. Please, there's somebody needs an operation. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
Dude was hacked immediately, and then the person just goes sending those kind of requests, begging.
That kind
So
of
I
thing
don't know. The
happens.
first thing you have to think about is this true? If you want to help, find a way to verify.
So there are some platforms that have been specially created for soliciting. Let's put it, GoFundMe and platforms like that, and they have some kind of verification process that they go through. So if one of the first things I would do is just check the page out, check the handle out, and then make a suggestion. Open a GoFundMe, right? Yeah, make a suggestion and hear what the person says.
In most cases,
but if they come back to you and say they have a GoFundMe, then maybe you consider.
You know, make me laugh. Just for instance, this happened. This is true. But let's just say, for instance, let's say like DMX. Now, someone says, okay, DMX family needs help. And you say Nigerian account.
Wow.
Legit, and then people actually paying.
Welcome, my name is Mazino Appeal, and this second hour we begin again with the news. In Ondo State, where an 18-seater bus plunged into a river in Akbomo Village, Akure South local government area of the state. Now, a man simply identified as Adewale, who just got married on Saturday, was among the 5 persons confirmed dead. He was returning to Akure with his wife after their wedding at the Ikoyi registry when the incident occurred. The new wife was said to have been seriously injured in the accident. Our correspondent gathered that the driver, while on top speed amidst heavy downpour, lost control and plunged into the Owena River. Injured victims were rescued and rushed to the hospital by motorists and men of the FRSC, while 5 passengers lost their lives at the scene. And it was a Black Sunday indeed in Benue State, where many have died in a tanker explosion. It is a case of sorrow and tears in Oshibodu community in Agatu local government area of the state following the tanker explosion, which got several persons burned beyond recognition. TVC News correspondent in Benue gathered that a fully loaded tanker carrying fuel fell at the Oshibodu Obagaji junction and spilled its contents, which went up in flames, putting Oshibodu community in a terrible situation. Vice Chairman of the local government area, John Ikwolonu, who confirmed the sad incident, said those who have contacts on fire service should please reach out to them to save the unfortunate situation. It was also observed that many houses and vehicles were consumed by the raging inferno as citizens watched helplessly. And still in Benue State, reports say gunmen suspected to be herders have killed a family of 7. The attack was at Mbamunu community in the outskirts of Makurdi, the Benue State capital, in the early hours of Saturday. The attackers allegedly inflicted various degrees of injuries on 5 persons, while 3 are in critical condition being treated at the medical facility in Makurdi. A survivor who narrated how the attackers invaded the community said it was unprovoked. The State Commissioner for Lands, Survey and Solid Minerals, Bernard Unenge, told journalists that 7 bodies recovered have been deposited at the Federal Medical Center, Makurdi, and the injured are receiving medical attention. Mbamundu is the Modern Market Council ward of Makurdi local government area of Benue State. And in Niger State this time, the police command recorded a major breakthrough in the fight against armed bandits in the state on Saturday, with the killing of 6 bandits during a gun battle in Gakogu Shiroro local government area of the state. After killing a villager, a number of the bandits escaped with serious bullet wounds, leaving behind their motorcycles. The bandits were said to have defied the Ramadan fast to launch an attack on some villages around Gakogu, but met their Waterloo at the hands of the mobile policemen who had laid ambush for them on receiving information about their operation. The mobile policemen were those stationed at Gakogu town due to ceaseless attacks on the people by the bandits in recent times. And that's it for the news this morning.
All right, as you can see, Chef Isaac is busy at work. This is the process of putting the burger together. Chef Isaac, calm down now. Calm down. Okay, run us through what you're doing.
Yeah, great. So actually, I've sliced my cucumber and tomato.
Okay.
So now I've made some Thousand Island here.
Okay.
Yeah, Thousand Island is composition of our ketchup and mayonnaise.
Okay.
That's what make up Thousand Island.
Okay.
So as a matter of fact, I've actually cut my bread into
What did you call it?
Thousand Island.
Thousand Islands.
Yeah.
Okay. So combination of mayonnaise and ketchup.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe you're talking too much.
So
I know you are waiting to bite into the food.
Uncle, you're talking too much.
We need to learn, Mike. That's the idea.
What are you learning?
How to make it. Don't you want to learn?
Learn on me. Ogbeni, come on, hurry up and do that. What's that one?
These are cheese.
Don't worry, I can combine it. I know how to combine
He will
it.
do it himself.
What am I here for?
Oh, yeah.
Great. So these are...
Bring it, let's combine.
The meat, which is the burger meat. After mixing it and everything.
Which has the cheese on it already.
The cheese on it.
Okay.
So I have to melt the cheese on it for it to get the taste of the cheese in it.
Okay.
So that's how I melt it. So these are onions.
Okay.
Trying to marinate some onions.
Okay.
To get more...
So are you putting that here?
Yeah, I'm going to put it on top.
All of this one on one burger.
On one burger. Special burger.
So if you want to sell this burger, okay, no, let's be done.
Do you want to put cucumber here on this side as well?
That'll be cool.
Okay. Just a tiny one. Okay, that's fine. Then just onions. What's the purpose of the onions? Since it's so tiny.
Like I said, it's going to give it more
flavor. Oh, okay.
So great.
What's the purpose of onions in food before?
No,
yeah, ask.
look at the way this thing is now. Like you would expect to see slices of onions.
Exactly.
But
Can
for
you
it
see
to be like this.
Can you take a look at it? Can you see it?
Oh, wow. So now you're putting that in. chefs and their hands like this. It's conductor.
You know, our hands are always very clean.
And then that's it.
Yeah.
Mike, you will push that thing till it falls on the other side.
So for us to put our egg there.
Okay.
You need to see what I'm doing. You need to see what I'm
A bit
doing.
of lettuce.
A bit of lettuce.
Look at it. Look at it.
Yeah, you can try to put cucumber again. You can try to put a bit of cucumber.
Mary, wait now. Don't be.
Great.
Mike, what are you doing?
It's called
It's called.
plating.
It's not only plating.
How will somebody put this inside his mouth now?
Wait till he puts another burger on it, then you now be confused. When he puts the... Okay, I want to believe that's the end of it, because... Yeah.
So we're just going to rub it.
Okay.
Yes.
Mike, why are you cutting that part?
No, not. I'm just ensuring that.
Ensuring what? Quality
equilibrium.
control.
Equilibrium
It's not equilibrium.
is achieved. It's called equilibrium. I want to ensure that equilibrium is achieved.
Mike,
So
that's it.
that's
It's
it.
ready.
It's ready.
Oh, wow.
She needs to have a toothpick.
Yeah, to put it together. There's no need for
There's
it.
no need.
yeah.
We are all at it, right?
So, our burger is ready. Mike, calm down. Our burger is ready. Courtesy Chef Isaac. So, this is breakfast. And I know for sure that our guest is like, wow, I can't wait to dig into this.
What if I guess he's a vegetarian?
He's a vegetarian. We'll remove the meat for him. You can have everything else.
And then
And then the cheese, maybe. Oh,
Have you
gosh,
tried
look at
And
it
then
dripping.
I'll just do a very quick one for our guests.
What would
can
you
you do
do?
vegetarian burger?
Of
Yes,
course.
sir.
If it's burger, how can it be
It
vegetarian?
is veg.
It's
Veg
veg.
burger.
Once there's burger, how can it be veg?
Okay, then they'll call it vegetarian sandwich, Mike. Let's take a quick break. We'll be back. It's Wake Up Nigeria.
And you're welcome back. It's finally time for our SME segment, and we have been joined by the CEO of MyWarehouse.ng, Tinola Oladiji. We are about to take a dive into her world to find out how she built her brand from the ground up. Tinola, you are welcome. It's a privilege to have you on our set today.
Thank you, Maxino.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome.
It's so beautiful being here.
Well, thank you very much. We try. We try. In any case, today, and as always on our SME segment, we try to give people the opportunity to see how they could start their business, especially if they have a penchant for what you do or the individuals that we bring on board, and how they can make money and grow their own business, much like you have. You have a very thriving business, mywarehouse.com. .ng. Now, what exactly do you do there? We want to learn from your story.
All right. My warehouse.ng was birthed from a commitment to help small and medium online businesses have a storage concern, as in if they have concerns concerning their storage, to have a place to keep their things. So what we do basically in my warehouse is storage, inventory, and logistics. So this is how it works. You are an online business person, so you do your regular job, or you don't live in Lagos, or you don't even live in Nigeria. So you can contact us to keep your things with us, your products with us. So whenever you make any sale, you just alert us. We help you deliver.
Oh, okay.
So the stress of thinking of
logistics.
Logistics. Where do I keep my things? Oh, my Lagos customers are turning back when they hear I'm in Aba, or when they hear I'm in Onitsha, or when they hear you have to pay 3,500 to get my things, or maybe 5,000 naira that I bought online. To me, they just turn back without any questioning. So that's the problem we are solving.
So in every sense of the word, it is a warehouse.
Yes,
you do have a warehouse space.
Yes, it is.
And you do expend when it comes to real estate in paying for these structures to have people put there. Okay, now that's very interesting. So for a beginner, or before I ask that question, how did you exactly get started?
All right. So Tinola started a business 16 years ago.
Okay.
The name of the business is T-Smart Fashion.
Okay.
T-Smart Fashion started like we needed to bridge the gap between the busy woman and the tailor shop.
Okay.
So that was the idea. So we make clothes for women. So whilst we started 16 years ago, there wasn't any decent space for us to use. So no customers knew any of my spaces then, because I didn't even have. So when business grew, we created a space we built a space for other businesses. So we had like 7 to 8 brands come together under one roof to do their business. It was a concession store sort of then. So, but during COVID, March last year, that couldn't work after COVID.
Okay.
So that space is what we started with.
All right.
So instead of doing physical physical space where people come in and see this other 8 brands and walk in and do all that, there's no need for that anymore. So what we just do is we wear your products. So there's no physical showcasing.
All right.
So we wear your products for you. You alert us when you sell. Whenever you make any sale, you alert us. Then we do the logistics part.
All right. So for people who are interested in this, because I see a lot of people online who actually have these kinds of businesses.
Do you want me to give you case studies?
Well, we'll get to that.
All right.
But the question I'm asking now is, how can I get started if I want to go into this kind of a business, if I want to help people store their material and also provide logistics service for them? How easy is it? How do I get started? What do I need to do? Purchase capital, all of that.
It's not a very easy for a startup.
Right.
We are startup, but we are helping startups.
You're helping startups. You're a platform for other startups.
Other startups, small and medium online businesses. Those are our target audience. So we help startup. We create this platform for startups. Like, that's why I said, let me give you case studies.
Okay, go ahead.
So there are people in the warehouse right now. Their products altogether, their startup income is like 25,000 naira for the products that they have.
Yeah.
Those kind of businesses cannot pay for a store.
Yes.
And have a service person and have to pay for power, have to pay for rent and all that. So instead of this business to go get a space, the person wears with us.
Oh, okay.
The person works with us, and whenever the person makes a sale, like most of the people we have in the warehouse right now, most of those businesses are businesses that came from Onitsha. Their owners are in Onitsha. One of our warehouse user is a medical student in Uniben, so she takes care of her studies while we take care of her business for her. So she just puts online and she make any sale, then she just contacts us and we help her do all of the hustles. So that
very interesting. So you're a business of businesses.
Yes.
Apparently.
Yes.
So you sort of like said that it wouldn't be advisable for a startup to start that way.
Yes.
I wonder why you say, well, you think that this wouldn't be.
The reason why I said that is because the major capital in this warehousing business is the real estate. So you pay for rent. So what we did was to get a very big warehouse and cut into sizable units. So that is what we like subscribe to.
So you're renting out spaces to these businesses?
Yes, unit spaces, 3 feet by 2 feet. So yes, 3 feet like this table.
Okay.
I hope our viewers can see the table.
Yeah, they can see the table.
So
you
like
can
this
see the table, can't you?
exactly like this table.
Yeah.
So you bring your books, you bring your makeup products, you bring your clothes, folded clothes, you bring your hair products, you bring your shoes,
Do the individuals have to be there? They don't have to be there to actually monitor?
No, they don't have to be there.
You also have an online service as well that also caters to this as well.
We have subscribers from the UK, we have subscribers from the US, so they do businesses here. Their businesses are fold up before. So because they left the businesses in the hands of friends, family members and all that. So but now we take care of their businesses, we give them inventory report every week and every month. We even have wallet system for businesses. So when we do payment on delivery, because some people online will not buy from you because they don't trust you. So they tell you I get my product is when I will pay you. So we do that service. We also render that service for online businesses. So when we deliver their product to their customers, that's when we pick up their monies for them.
Okay. So perchance I was to have been given some structure somewhere in, I don't know, Ketu here or maybe Ikorodu or something. And I thought, maybe I would like to do this kind of business where I'm wearing for other business, a business of businesses. What else would I need? My rent is all sorted. It's my property and all. What would I need structure-wise? What would I need in terms of the capacity, amounts, and stuff?
Okay. Thank you for that question. The first thing we did was to get a system developer. So the person helped us with well-based software to cater for all the items these people will be bringing. So for now, we have storage for 500 businesses. So these businesses will be bringing different items. So we should be able to have a very fantastic database. We considered mobile app before, but that's very expensive. So a startup that has something in Ikorodu or something in even Ajah or somewhere or Ibadan that wants to start this kind of business would consider first the real estate parts, pay your rent or get a property or something, then do a very good web-based software that can help cater for tiny little details that will not get you stressed and miss out on people's properties. So then secondly, have good staff and trained staff that can help in
let's talk about your staff. How many staff do you have? How many people do you employ?
Right now we have just 5.
5 of them.
Yes.
So in that big warehouse, what's their activities like? What do they have to do?
Number one is we have one person, customer service, receiving all the calls from vendors and all that and all that. Then we have one outbound customers service that's received, because we do logistics too. These ones aren't our own vendors. So you can call from anywhere that you want to ship outside the country or you want to ship within the country. So there's a customer service that take care of that. Then there are 2 people that get all the products in the warehouse, pack them, and there's 1 security person.
Interesting. Wow. And all of that earns, everybody gets paid their full earnings every month. You get your profit as well from all of these businesses. How many businesses do you wear for right now?
Right now, we just scaled on the 15th of February to 500 businesses.
Wow.
So we started with 240 units. Now we have increased to 500.
Wow.
And we are looking to increase into 1,000 before the end of the second quarter.
Very interesting. For that startup you were talking about, how long will it take them to stabilize and be a full-fledged business if they start off, say, today?
If they start up today, if they have all the knowledge in and get people to help them. If they get help, all the help they need, and get maybe people to help them set up their processes and structures in place, they should be able to start in 1 month.
In a month?
Yeah.
Well, very interesting, Tinu. Thank you very much for being a part of our show here today.
For
we
having
actually
me.
love the fact that you've come to educate us. And if you're out there and you had questions regarding starting up such a business, so a wearing business, a warehouse business for other businesses, well, I'm hoping that you actually got some of the information. You got some of the information that you need from today's show. Other than that, you have her details on our screen, and then you can always reach out to her and make sure that she helps you along your business of starting these very, very good businesses that you have in mind. Well, alrighty then, Tinu, we are not going to let you go empty-handed. No, empty stomach. We have something very delightful for you in the kitchen, and Titi and Mary, our delectable ladies of Wake Up Nigeria, are going to entertain you to these.
Welcome.
Walk this way.
Please come along.
Thank you.
Okay. Please take care of our
Very
guests.
welcome. Take a seat.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for having me.
Move it a little. Let me move it a little. Yes, please take a seat right there.
Thank you. Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you, Chef.
Hi, good morning.
Chef Isaac here.
Well done, Chef Isaac.
Yeah, thank you.
Beautiful
The
burger.
Chef Isaac special cheeseburger today. Let's talk a bit about it.
Okay, you know, I actually make the burger meat here. So the reason is because there are a lot of people get burger meat from the supermarket, which is actually not the best of it. So I actually give them the secret of it, which is ketchup and mayonnaise to make it soft. With the ketchup is actually to make it brownish. You know?
Okay.
So from that, I got the perfect burger meat made today.
Wow.
All right.
Wow.
And at this
So
point,
beautiful.
you are going to do the honors. Yes. Go ahead and grab it and give it a bite.
I have to stand up.
Oh, you do? Are you sure? Are you sure?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. You want to stand up and take a bite? All right, let me.
Just press it a little bit.
All right, press it, squeeze it, and then lift and bite. Can you do it?
I can't.
You can?
I think you should turn it the other way.
Ah! I got it. All right, fantastic. So what do you think?
So nice. So nice. I like it.
All right.
Put all of this in my mouth at once.
All right, then let me find you a serviette.
Mike and Mazzino, you guys,
Bye-bye.
you can't wait to get in here, right?
Yeah.
I can't wait.
You know what's wrong.
You
see what you did there? It's okay.
So, thank you so much for tasting.
Thank you for
so much.
having me.
Chef Isaac,
I love the burger.
you've outdone yourself as as usual.
Thank you very much.
Thanks so much for making it. And thank you to everyone out there who made it a date with us this morning. We're going to be back again tomorrow, 7 a.m. As always, thanks to everyone who was a part of the show. Mazino and Mike.
Thank you very much, everybody. See you guys tomorrow.
All right, then.
Have a great day. Bye.
Bye.